Hey everybody, I'm James with Outlaw Frags. I want to say thank you for being here again. Stay right there. I'm going to run the intro and we'll get right into it. So hey everybody, my name is James with Outlaw Frags. I got a new person with us today, and this is my little brother Sam. Sam is the quintessential fragrance newbie.
Yeah.
I mean, and everybody starts out that way. I mean, when we were kids, I wasn't a big fragrance head. It wasn't until adult part of my life that I really got involved in this. Okay, so what I have in front of me, which I think you guys can see, is basically 5 fragrances for spring, summer. We're talking about spring right here. That are super inexpensive. They're within pretty much anybody's grasp of being able to purchase, because none of these are really expensive. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and I'm going to let Sam smell them and give his opinion if it's something that he likes or not, because what we're talking about here is their average nose or new nose, if something appeals to them or not. Okay? What I want you to do is, we smell all 5, okay? I'll kind of give you a rundown. I'm not going to give you much information because this is basically what smells good to you. Okay? And for the people out there, what you are is basically a new guy that's coming in that really doesn't know anything about fragrances, that's just getting to experience them the first time. You got it. So you can't say anything wrong because everything is subjective. Okay? I'm going to start out with Versace, and this is Mantle Fresh. In the summertime and spring, I really like this. It's clean, it's very light. There is a hint of citrus that you can smell.
Like a little liquor.
Liquor?
Like booze at first.
Really? Oh, that's because and this is a great one. Okay, because what you're smelling at the very first blast is this is made with perfumer's alcohol. So when...
That's what I got a whiff of it.
Yeah, in the very, very first. It's gone now, right? Now, perfumer alcohol, this is an EDT, which is an eau toilette. So the higher alcohol, the higher alcohol content makes the fragrance pop off your skin more, okay? Because it evaporates. So that is Versace Mantle Fresh, and that is the open. Now, as we go through, we're going to come back and we're going to re-smell this, because some fragrances change through the time that you wear them. Okay, so we're going to put these right here. Now, on your first impression, is that something that appeals to you or not?
Yes.
It does? Okay. Now, like I said, for this 50 ml bottle here, you could pick it up on a gray market for probably less than $30. You know, so it's really inexpensive. And that's good for anybody that's younger or older. You know, some people will say that some fragrances are made for youthful individual, for a young guy. To me, I think that's ridiculous, because how can you say a smell hasn't aged?
Yeah.
You know? Now, I'll let you smell this before, and you tell me if you like it.
That's definitely fruity.
Yes. Now this is a very casual, these are all casual fragrances. So that just means I wouldn't put these on and then put a suit on. I wouldn't put these on and go somewhere that's an official kind of atmosphere or formal. I absolutely love this.
You like the fruity?
I like the fruity. I like a sweet fragrance. Okay. And on top of it, it's light. It's not super heavy. In the summertime, when the heat gets really hot, if you put on something that's really heavy or super sweet, like a winter fragrance, it can get cloying to where it smells too sweet, makes your head hurt. This doesn't have that. The one thing about this that I don't like is the name that's associated with it.
What's that?
And that is Paris Hilton.
Okay.
This is Paris Hilton for men. Okay, and it just doesn't come across as something overly masculine. But it smells good. It smells really, really good. I really like it. This to me screams summertime, barbecues, hanging out, going to the beach, just having a good time. And then nobody will be offended. Like there's some fragrances I'll let you smell later that can come across a little offensive. And I've never understood that. With the niche Niche is, because Sam doesn't know what a niche fragrance is or what that means. A niche fragrance is made by a company that's all they do is only make fragrances. Okay, like Versace, most people know this company from their clothing.
Okay.
They're an extremely famous, Versace. Okay, Paris Hilton. Okay, this one's a Ferrari, and this one's uber cheap. Most of these you can pick up at TJ Maxx if you're lucky. The Mont Blanc might be a little difficult, but the rest of them, I've seen Mental Fresh and TJ Maxx and Burlington, and I think that's where I got this one, is Burlington. Now this is Ferrari Red and Scuderia, and I'm killing that word, but you know what? This is an EDT. Hey everybody, I wanted to stop right here in the middle of the video to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is you. You watch, you guys comment, and you guys leave thumbs up. You guys are the biggest sponsors of the videos, because if it wasn't for you guys, there wouldn't be any. So I want to say thank you for each and every one of you. And what do you pick up when you smell that?
I don't know. I don't like it.
Give it a second. You don't like it
Nope.
so far? Now this has got a much soapier kind of feel. It's clean. But this doesn't be like, this is not fruity. It's not overly sweet. It just...
It smells like soap.
Yeah. And soap is not a bad thing to smell like.
It's better than stench.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Soap is better than stench. And for most people, if you realize, I hear the story of guys, hygiene is a huge part of this. You can't like not take a bath and then put any of this on and pretend like it's going to cover up stench.
Yeah.
Because then you just smell like a funky,
sweet stench.
Yes, which is horrible. But this is like, you could pick up a bottle of this super cheap, like under $15. I mean, these are all really expensive. This is the least expensive.
For $15, that's not bad.
Yeah. But between these three, this is probably not my first pick for these three. Okay. But it doesn't smell bad. It just not your favorite so far. Okay. The next one we're going to talk about is this by Mont Blanc, and Mont Blanc is famous for making really super expensive pens.
All right.
Okay. So like if you go and look, you could buy a pen from Mont Blanc that's like thousands of dollars. Okay. But they make fragrances as well. Now I really enjoy this. Give it a second before you put your schnoz on it, so you don't get a nose full of perfumer's alcohol. This isn't really bad for that. Get these out of the way. Now this has a very light, this is really good on a hot spring day and a summer day because it's really light. It's got a very, what would you say, effervescence when you smell it. It smells almost a little sparkly. This I really, really like. This smells really similar to a really expensive fragrance made by Dior called Dior Cologne. So like this is like maybe, I think maybe $20 for this little bottle. Dior Cologne is this bottle right there, and that's well over $100. So there's a huge difference in price. But it's kind of got...
I like it better the longer it sits.
Yeah. So we'll let that one sit for the dry down.
Now, and it does change the smell due to your body chemistry, correct?
Yes, but very, very, very little. Okay. Yeah, there's certain differences between your body chemistry, but when I hear people say, "Well, it smells hugely different on skin," no. But it does smell a little. And then this one is made by Usher.
Usher.
Yeah, and Sam's like, "This has got to be the most expensive one."
Yeah, well, I figured.
Yeah, and I could kind of get it because the cap looks really cool, But this is made by Usher. And to me, this is... Well, I'll let you smell it. See what you think. Give it a second.
That was the second concert I ever went to.
You went and saw him?
Usher, yeah.
I've never seen him.
Janet Jackson and Usher.
I've only been to one...
Very light.
Yeah. And give it a second. Yeah, it's super light. So if I would wear this if I was going to go somewhere and I still wanted to smell okay or smell good, but I don't want to have my fragrance overwhelm everybody
else.
Yes. To me, this is okay. Like,
I still like the first one.
yeah. And this is a celebrity fragrance. Like I was telling you, it's by Usher, just like this one is a celebrity fragrance. To me, this one is okay. It doesn't smell bad. You don't pick it up and be like, I don't like that.
No.
But it is very, I would say, in my humble opinion, with all the shit that I've smelled, is incredibly underwhelming.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it isn't going to overwhelm anybody.
No. So that is Usher. Now we're going to go through, now it's been a couple of minutes since we sprayed the original Mano Fresh. Okay. Now when we smell the dry downs, what I want you to do is I want you to rate these against each other 1 to 10. Okay? So 10 being the best thing you've ever smelt in your life, and 1 being the worst thing you've ever smelt in your life, okay?
Yep.
So let's revisit Versace Mano Fresh.
I smoke too much, I can't smell it.
Yeah, and he smokes, I don't. I can still smell it. Like, I can smell this. He just had a cigarette not too long ago. The worst cigarettes I've ever smelled. I can still smell this over your cigarette. Like, I can still distinctly smell that cigarette that you had and smell this. It's still really fresh. It's really bright. It's not as strong as you first smelled it, but it's all those characters that you originally smelled before are still there. Okay? So, what would you give a scale of 1 to 10?
I give that like a 7.
A 7? Okay. So Paris Hilton.
Now, see, I can smell this one more than I can smell that one.
Yeah, you still have the hints of the fruit, and it's stronger.
Seems like it has better longevity.
No, actually, the difference is this one is made for when it's really hot.
Okay.
The heat makes this amplify a whole lot more. This has just got a lot more sweetness to it, and the fruity part of this still really prominent. So what do you think of that one?
I like that one better now that it's had time to air out.
Okay, so
Probably 7 too.
So these two are about the same?
Just because that one has less that I can smell.
Okay. So at this point in time, the dry down is lighter on this one. So you're saying, even though do you like the?
I like the smell of that one in the beginning better than I do.
So you like the
Paris.
opening on this, and you like this one a little bit more now. Okay. So this next one is our Ferrari, which is the cheapest fragrance on the table.
Let's see, this is way more prominent than either of those.
And to me, this still smells like
smells good.
Yeah, it smells like a really clean, good.
And then the soapiness is
It's still
gone,
there.
but it's not nearly as prominent.
Yeah. This just smells like a really well-groomed person.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell overly opulent or rich. This
I
doesn't.
actually like this one better now than
you did in the
first
beginning?
Jazz.
Okay.
I'd give that one an 8. That's strange.
So far, my little brother says that the cheapest fragrance so far smells the best.
Better
Okay.
after it's sad.
Yeah. Now here's our Mont Blanc Legend Spirit.
Ooh, I really like that now.
Now you can smell it. It reminds you. It reminds me of like an iced lemonade. Smell it? No.
No.
It's not ringing a bell. That's what it makes me think of when I smell it.
But I definitely like that.
Yeah, it's really good. And then on a spring day or a hot spring summer day, this stuff is wonderful.
I find it amazing how that one lost so much in the same amount of time as these haven't.
Well, I still smell this.
Yeah.
For some reason, your
I don't pick it up.
olfactory system don't pick it up. I still smell it.
I thought it smelled really good in the beginning.
Yeah, and it's still I can still smell. It still smells the same to me.
I like that now.
So what do you give Mont Blanc Legend Spirit is from 1 to 10?
I give it a 9.
That's a 9.
I like that better. After it's
Sat?
evaporated a little.
Yeah. To dry down a little bit. Okay, and the last one, but not least, is your favorite artist.
I don't know about that. He's a hell of a dancer, though.
Yes, he is. I think he's a great entertainer.
Yeah.
Now, this still smells okay to me.
I get a little soap.
Yeah, it's got a real clean vibe. And if Sam says something that, if you're
Hillbilly?
well, no. If you're a seasoned fragrance enthusiast like I am, if Sam says something that you're like, well, that doesn't make it. Sam doesn't have a huge vocabulary that we speak in the frag console. He is a complete newbie. So if he says something that you're like, wow, that doesn't make any sense, give him some breathing room, because this is really his first experience in this.
Yeah, very much so.
So what do you think of this one now that it's drying down a little bit? A little bit.
I don't know, I'd give it a 6.
A 6. Still doesn't smell bad.
No, not at all.
It's just not
Fresh.
reaching out and grabbing you. So, on Man All Fresh, you like the opening the
Yes,
best.
very much so.
On Paris Hilton for Man, you like to dry it down a little bit more. On the Ferrari, you definitely like the dry down, because you was like, man, I don't.
It smells way better.
You said your first thing when you smelled it the first time, you're like, I don't really
I didn't like it at all.
Yeah. And then Mont Blanc,
Yes, I like that very much at the very end.
yeah, the dry down. The very beginning, it wasn't as present.
No.
But as it dried down a little more, it definitely
Yes.
came out. Now, Usher here has been light the whole way through. Doesn't smell bad.
No.
If you put this on, you're still going to smell good.
Yep.
But out of all of these, your favorite one at a score of 9 is Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. And I got to tell you, between, if it's up to me, depending on a hot spring or just a moderate spring or hot day, summer day, dude, my favorite ones that I come in here and pick is
Paris Hilton?
Paris Hilton and this. And I hate telling people. They'll ask me what am I wearing, and I'll be like, I am a walking plethora of useless fragrance knowledge to the average person. I'll tell them whatever. I just don't tell them this. Because first of all, if I tell people that Paris Hilton, who aren't into fragrances, I'm wearing Paris Hilton, they immediately think it's a female fragrance. Because you would never, I didn't expect that she made it.
She made a male one.
No. Really like this. This is ridiculous cheap. I bought this one. I've went through almost the whole bottle. I want to say this is 30 mil. I've got another brand new bottle of a 100 ml bottle. I bought the 100 ml bottle for $19.
All right.
For super inexpensive, Paris Hilton for men smells amazing. It really, really does. Smells great. So with that being said, and this being 5 really super inexpensive spring or summer, because you can wear this. Basically, you know what? You could wear whatever you want when you want. These just happen to work the best in spring and high heat. Okay? So with that being said, remember, there's no bad time to smell good. I want to say thank you to my little brother for spending some time here on the channel. I hope you enjoyed a refreshing look through somebody's eyes that are completely new to this. So, thank you. Oh, before I forget, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. The subscribe button's over. So if you guys want to support the channel, one of the easiest ways that you guys can do it is by hitting the subscribe button, liking a video, and leaving a comment. I know you hear this over and over, but what it does is it feeds the algorithm. Another way that you guys, if you'd like to support the channel, and this won't cost you anything, if you shop on Amazon, I have a general Amazon link below in the description. You click on it, it'll take you straight to the main page of Amazon, and you shop just like normal. Whatever you buy, I receive a tiny little commission, but every little bit helps. So if you are gonna shop on Amazon anyways, please use my link, because it will definitely be appreciated.